Hi, I'm Adam with Advanced RV. I work in the cabinet shop here, and I'm standing in front of POQ, which is the shortened version of the longer name that I can't pronounce. It's a 144 chassis with a whole lot going on inside of it. At this point, we are at the end of the cabinet portion of this build. We've installed everything that we can install. Now it'll be ready to move on to mechanical, typically electric and plumbing. Well, they had a lot of storage objectives. There's a fresh tank and there's a gray tank built in under these beds. There is no black tank in this build because there is a composting toilet. The bathroom goes here. Well, bathroom is a kind of a loose definition. Large shower pan that goes all the way back to this cabinetry. The toilet itself, which is composting, is going to be on a roller, so it's retractable. When it's retracted, this then becomes a shower stall. But there will be a countertop here that folds up and locks in place so that you have use of this space for showering. It will become a desk accessible from the driver's seat when it's turned around. So there's knee space and toe kick space and grab bars and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. You know, the shower valve will be down here. The shower head will be removable up here. Pretty much this whole cabinet stack and this side of the van were designed around this bathroom. The composting toilet on the slider is something brand new to us. So we really had to figure out how to create watershed and how to have that toilet mobile and vented. It actually has power coming to it. There's a number of other things integrated here that are pretty new, and we had to figure it out. So there's a refrigerator that goes in here. There's a microwave that goes in here. These are platform beds, but they're more like twin beds with a lot of storage, locking storage underneath. There's also access to mechanical. There's going to be a water pump down here and heater core and tempering valve and a number of things that need access. These beds are also getting an accessory spring system. It's a series of different springs that support the mattress in a certain way, and the mattresses are also going to be individual in that they're going to be different firmness. The Galley is a little bit unique. It's pretty small, but we are packing a lot of stuff in this Galley. One of the objectives was they wanted a trash receptacle that didn't require handling, so this can be operated just with a foot. It's on a slide out, and then the guides hold it into place. In addition to the sink and all the related plumbing, there's going to be a water filter, UV water filter, storage for a loose cooktop, a removable countertop. This end is also going to have a flip-up countertop extension. There's going to be a coffee pot stored in here, and I think that's all. It's pretty well packed into this Galley. There's also going to be a center, like a storage cubby that folds in half that goes and bridges the gap between these twin beds. Because of the size of the fridge being limited, this is a Dometic cooler / freezer. This little unit actually pulls down to 10 below zero in no time. That's also on a pull-out, so it's accessible from the rear of the van for removal or loading or whatever, and it's going to slide in underneath. So everything is kind of packed in here. We had to obtain a certain size tank so that it fits. So you can't really see it right now, but underneath these beds, of course, are the wheel wells. Like I mentioned, the water pump, the heater core, the tempering valve. There's also going to be a whale pump to get the wastewater from the sink over to the gray tank, which is going to be positioned under the bed here, sitting on top of the wheel well. We have to build like an aluminum cage or frame for it to sit on. And then in the middle here, right behind me, is going to be, I believe, about a 28 to 30 gallon fresh tank. Then in the back, underneath the bed here, also accessible from the rear, is the Silverleaf IO, pretty much the brain of the van. There's access in the bottom of this storage container. That's so that you can service all the electronics. And then on the other side, in that back corner, is the inverter and a couple other electronic components. And then in this area, we'll go around back and show the access for that. The client uses crutches, and there needs to be a place to store those crutches. So this is all kind of open storage, and to make it accessible, we have a little hatch inside here so you can get into the back of the crutch storage. In the event that something gets shoved back there, you can't get to it from the back. The space underneath these beds is maxed out. There really is no space under there for anything else. The crutches are just going to slip into here. It's just a long tunnel that occupies the only available space. The inverter will be right back here. These slots you see are for positive air ventilation. Here's the cooler on a slide out. There's also the drain plug down here. If the cooler gets condensation or ice in it or something, it needs to be drained. It can just get drained out right there. A number of other electronic components get integrated behind here, like I've said, accessible all from the top. There's a little bit of storage up top there, which still needs finished ceiling panels and wall panels and things of that nature. But we've really tried to maximize the storage in this van.
What does Adam do next? When this van leaves this station, what's next for you?
We're gonna have a little party. Probably drink a lot of booze. No, we're just gonna move right into the next couple of builds. I'll be working on development on the next difficult one.
And which one's that?
Dream Chaser is the next B-Box in line, and that's going to have a sliding bed in it and a number of other things going on that just need to be thought about and arranged properly.
Nice. All right, well, I'll see you in Dream Chaser then.
All right, thank you.